Welcome to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. Here are the stories that we're following today, July 1st, 2013. From the Caribbean, Trini artist, a victim of gay hate crime in New York. Police reject reports of involvement in shooting death of Nevis youth. Guyana unfairly targeted in U.S. trafficking persons report, says President. Trinidad and Tobago Director of the Police Complaints Authority, Gillian Lucky, said 15% of public accuse police of theft. Details on these headlines and more when we return.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Stop the music! It's week 2 of our used car blowout month, and this week it's guaranteed credit approval. If we can't show you how to get approved, that car is on us. Log on now. GrecoAuto.com.
Welcome back to CAN, Caribbean Affiliate News. My name is Siobhan Gobin. This segment of the news is sponsored by Amrose Travel. While gay communities celebrated Wednesday's U.S. Supreme Court ruling which gave federal recognition to married same-sex couples, one Caribbean activist group has been rallying support after a hateful attack against a Trinidadian-born artist. New York newspaper Times-Ledger reported that on June 23rd, Zaman Mohammed Amin suffered head injuries after his Caribbean lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transsexual activist group, Chutney Pride, was attacked by a Caribbean Tassa group at Players Restaurant and Bar in Richmond Hills. Amin, an East Indian dancer whose stage name is Sundari Indian Goddess, has performed alongside several local chutney artists including chutney queen Tripati Ramgunai. His group, Chutney Pride, is a social organization made up of Caribbean natives whose aim is to promote equality for the LGBT communities. According to Times-Ledger, Amin was cheering on his brother, Muhammad Q. Amin's boyfriend, who had entered a cooking competition at the bar. It was alleged that a customer made demeaning comments about Amin's group, and when he took offense, it drew attention to his sexual orientation. The report stated that Amin and his brother were dragged outside the bar where members of the Tassa group were engaged in an altercation with Amin's friends. During a scuffle, a suspect allegedly seized a trophy won by one of Amin's friends in the cooking competition and struck him. Amin received 7 staples at the Jamaica hospital to close the gaping wound on his head. According to various news outlets, Richmond Hill police are investigating the assault as a hate crime. The attack has caught the attention of local LGBT group Coalition Advocating for Inclusion of Sexual Orientation, which said the incident was saddening because it was committed by another Caribbean group. And I quote, "It is tragic that the perpetrators were also Indo-Caribbean. They were players in a Tassa band. It helps reinforce the idea of the Caribbean person as a particularly homophobic." St. Kitts and Nevis police have denied reports that officers were involved in the murder of Adrian Springett in Nevis. According to a statement released on Friday, Assistant Commissioner of Police with responsibility for crime, Ian Cooley, assured the public that there is no truth to the reports circulating on the island that police were somehow involved in the June 22nd homicide. The statement said that the police force had no operation underway in the area at the time of the incident and that there were no police officers pursuing anyone, in particular the deceased, before, during, or after the shooting that took place at Grove Park, Nevis. And I quote, "Such careless and reckless statements have the potential to build discomfort and mistrust between the citizens of the Federation and the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force," the release said. Cooley, it said, has requested that members of the public refrain from perpetuating that he refers to as derogatory rumors, which he says will only bring doubts about the police force and may discourage the citizens from cooperating with them in fighting crime. The force is under the shadow of reports that police were involved in the March shooting death of Basseterre man Trevor Douglas. Police have been tight-lipped about the reports that Douglas was shot and killed by a police officer on March 27th while he was fleeing the scene after smashing the windows and windscreen of a vehicle in Basseterre. An autopsy revealed that he died from gunshot wounds, but it has been neither confirmed nor denied that he may have been shot by police. The Douglas family has appealed to the police and the DPP for more information about the investigation. Guyana is unjustly judged and ranked in several key areas by the United States government, notably in its ability and will to combat trafficking in persons. President Donald Ramuta said on Thursday at the inaugural Guyana Investment Conference in Georgetown. Ramuta said that he had looked at the annual U.S. State Department report and found that it acknowledged that developed nations have similar issues. And I quote, "According to the report, the United States has far worse versions of the same challenges that we face. This was expected due to the fact that the U.S. was much bigger," he noted. He said that U.S. was cited for having some of its officials being found complicit in their involvement in human trafficking and child prostitution. And I quote, "Can you imagine if this were to happen in Guyana, what would be said about us? Yet the U.S. is ranked as Tier 1 and Guyana at Tier 2, Ramuta pointed out. The tier ranking refers to how countries are graded for their efforts to combat various issues. The latest report again placed Guyana on the Tier 2 watch list. The report states that the government does not fully comply with the minimum standards for the elimination of trafficking. However, it is making significant efforts to do so. Despite more efforts being made by government to address human trafficking issues, the president said again the country has been graded at Tier 2 and that this can impact on the local investment climate. Ramuta said that he doesn't believe that a lot of the information contained in the report is true, as information that is passed seems not to be used, but other sources may be utilized. The president reiterated the government's commitment to work with international partners to fight this issue. In Trinidad and Tobago, most of the complaints being made by the public against the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service are that officers use excessive force. Director of the Police Complaints Authority, Gillian Lucky, said officers are accused of physically abusing people they come into contact with. Lucky said this morning on I-95.5 FM Showdown program that up to 10 to 15% of the complaints are about police officers who steal from people while conducting investigations. She noted that such incidents reportedly occur during roadblocks and house raids. She explained police officers when they are executing search warrants, police officers when they are searching persons in a roadblock. That is where many of our complaints lie, in that category. She says we also have many complaints dealing with police officers who are involved in criminal activity. And when I say criminal activity in terms of offering bribes for matters not to be pursued in the criminal court, and also when executing search warrants, property going missing, property of the complainant, end of quote. Lucky added that while the 10 to the 15% may sound low, it's quite high. However, she noted the majority of the complaints deals with excessive force. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. We will be right back.
Million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
Stop the music! It's week 2 of our used car blowout month, and this week it's guaranteed credit approval. If we can't show you how to get approved, That car is on us. Log on now. GrecoAuto.com.
Since we announced Sign and Drive with zero out-of-pocket and low monthly payments, cars been flying out of Bronx Honda at a record pace. Whoa! New Accord with zero out-of-pocket for $249 a month, or new Civics just $199 per month, or save thousands with 0% financing. You never had to leave the Bronx to get the best price on the Honda. Bronx Honda guarantees the lowest price in the Bronx. Bronx Honda, East Tremont Avenue. Visit BronxHonda.com.
I can't believe your mom let you take your car out. This is awesome.
It's time to grow up.
You're crazy.
Little wildflower.
Go faster. Stop.
It'll all be alright.
I raised my son to be careful,
Hey, sweetie. Hey, Mom.
but just to be safe,
So don't you worry.
I got a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Coleman Subaru, 1710 North Alden Avenue, Ewing, New Jersey, or colemansubaru.com.
Welcome back to Cannes. This segment is sponsored by Claire. In Barbados, countries in the region that benefit from Liat's services have been called upon to invest in the regional airline. Barbados Minister of Tourism and International Transport, Richard Seeley, made this appeal during the welcome ceremony for the arrival of Liat 1974 Limited's new ATR 72-600 aircraft at the Grantley Adams International Airport on Wednesday. And I quote, "I strongly encourage those who benefit from Liat's services to give it the same support which they have for years been putting behind the foreign carriers," he stressed. Seeley outlined that the government of Barbados, along with its shareholder partners, Antigua and Barbuda, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and recently Dominica, are convinced that our investment in this airline, with its faults and all, has proven itself to be the bridge over the Caribbean Sea, without which the CARICOM single market and economy could not function. The minister explained that Liat's investment in new aircraft would cost up to $100 million over the next 2 years in equity and debt financing. Emphasizing the importance of Liat to the regional market, he insisted that Caribbean countries needed to work together to grow the market even in extremely difficult global and regional economic circumstances. Chairman of the Board of Directors of Liat, Dr. Gene Holder, noted that while the airline business was financially risky, the region could not do without Liat. According to him, Liat makes it possible for businessmen, students, and people seeking medical attention to get around in this region. "If that is a risky investment, I want to be known as the chief risk taker in this region. It is a risk that is worth taking," he insisted. Children who file for their parents to join them in the United States as permanent residents may no longer be able to do so if the proposed changes to the immigration laws are passed. Under the proposal, the green card for parents would be eliminated and a new visa system implemented. The U.S. Senate passed the legislation Thursday offering the hope of citizenship to millions of immigrants living illegally in America's shadows. The bill also promises a military-style effort to secure the long porous border with Mexico. But the bill's prospects are highly uncertain in the Republican-controlled House, where party leaders are jockeying for position in advance of expected action next month. The bill would amount to the most sweeping changes in decades to U.S. immigration laws, but some aspects could hurt Jamaicans. At present, adult children who are U.S. citizens can file for their parents, and because of the priority status accorded this category, the parents will have green card in hand within 9 months. However, with the proposed changes, the parents will be issued a new category of visas before being eligible for citizenship. And I quote, "The parents will get a right to visit the U.S. for 30 days every 12 months. You can visit with them, but you must go back home," noted immigration lawyer Ronald Mason, who told the Sunday Gleaner during an examination of the proposals, which could become law if bipartisan support can be reached by the U.S. Senate. In Guyana, 2 men have been killed and 1 woman shot in 3 separate incidents in Berbice and Georgetown. 3 persons have been arrested in connection with 2 of the occurrences. No one has been arrested in connection with the shooting of 28-year-old Ayana Henry of Laying Street, Georgetown, to her left thigh. Police said she and a man were involved in an argument around 4:30 a.m. Saturday at Lime and Hatfield Streets, Georgetown, when she was shot. Around 4:25 a.m. Saturday, the body of 34-year-old Jaipal Sampuran of Waterloo New Scheme Bath Settlement, West Coast, Berbice, was found in a yard at number 11 Village, West Coast, Berbice. 2 men have been arrested in connection with Sampuran's death. Around 9 a.m. Saturday, Gopal, only name given, of number 47 Village, was traveling in the tray of a motor vehicle along the public road of his home village when he fell off the vehicle. He was pronounced dead on arrival at Skeldon Hospital. Also in the news from Guyana, another airline is expected to begin flying the Georgetown and New York route before year-end, the Ministry of Tourism announced on Sunday. It will be called Fly Guyana. Fly Guyana's representative, Harry Chauby, announced that the carrier was expected to begin serving the route from October 2013. And I quote, "We spoke to the government of Guyana, who is very supportive of this, and in the near future, Guyana will have back their airline." He was quoted as saying in New York at one of the Tourism Ministry's promotional activities in North America. Chauby acknowledged that the other airlines have all been doing a great job and expressed the hope that all agents will support the venture. Alluding to the scope of the operations, he explained that the new airlines will fly the GT New York routes 7 days a week and that the management will direct all of its energies towards managing this route before expanding. "Our message will be simple: come home to Guyana," Mr. Chauby stated. Over the past few months, the government has committed to exploring new avenues to remedy the current shortfall in airlift to Guyana, particularly since the exit of EasyJet and Delta Airlines. Added to this, Fly Jamaica is expected to start operations in Guyana by the end of July and will be transporting passengers to New York, Canada, and Caribbean countries. You are watching Caribbean Affiliate News. Stay tuned.
5 million customers use Leica Mobile for affordable international mobile calls, connecting over 2.5 million mobile calls daily, helping our customers stay in touch with their loved ones, whether they be in Asia, Africa, Europe, or the rest of the world. Every 5 seconds, a new Leica Mobile customer joins our growing family, helping you to make affordable international calls across the world. Leica Mobile. Call the world for less.
I can't believe your mom let you take your car out. This is awesome.
It's time to grow up.
You're crazy.
Little wildflower.
Go faster, go faster. Stop.
It'll all be alright.
I raised my son to be careful,
Hey, sweetie. Hey, Mom.
but just to be safe,
So don't you worry.
I got a Subaru.
Love. It's what makes a Subaru a Subaru.
Coleman Subaru, 1710 North Alden Avenue, Ewing, New Jersey, or colemansubaru.com.